Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mean Fit and Lean. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. I want to talk to you all about something that's going to save you a lot of money, possibly your eyes and your intestines too. I'm talking about how to Ozempic your brain without taking Ozempic. All right, so there's a little switch in your brain, folks. A little switch that you have an obese brain and you have a lean brain. And what you want to do, folks, is you have to switch that thing off. They've done studies with a lot of mice. Mice are a lot like people in many ways, and they did a lot of studies with mice, how they get obese, and it's just sort of a process where their brains just go, hey, cuckoo, and they can't don't know how to eat right anymore. And I think that this is fixable, and we're told that we can never fix this, but you can fix it if if you're consistent and if you're willing to make small sacrifices. So, the first thing you must do in this is repent of the sin of gluttony. There's a spirit attached to overeating. It's a spirit of heaviness and a spirit of just constant heaviness, and it's associated with the spirit of gluttony, and all culminates together. And when you're overeating, you're just inviting that spirit to come back. Now, a lot of us eat out of emotions, right? But a lot of us don't even realize that we're gluttons. We think of gluttons as those people on my 600-pound life. They're eating constant, McDonald's and French fries by the ton and 5 Big Macs in a row and 6 milkshakes and all that. We think of that as gluttony, but what you don't realize, folks, is when you're overeating even a little bit, that is gluttony because you're eating more than your body needs, and that is a sin. And you may not understand it. I didn't understand it. But you have to do this in a spiritual sense or it won't work. Nothing you'll do will work unless you get rid of that spirit of gluttony, spirit of heaviness. So what you do is just ask the Lord, say, I repent of the sin of gluttony, and it will be removed from you. And of course, you don't want other things, like you don't want the spirit of lust. And I learned that the hard way. I mean, just seeing this advertisement for women's swimwear opened the door, and before I knew it, I was looking at other things. You just don't need that. So, repent of gluttony. Now, the next step you need to do is start getting rid of processed foods. Focus on eating whole foods. It's just so much easier, folks. I'm not demonizing processed foods. I agree with President Trump. You hardly ever get sick from processed foods, right? Hardly ever get food poisoning, but it creates cravings. A lot of processed foods create cravings. So what you have to do is, first of all, breads. A lot of bread is processed food. They don't make it like in Jesus's day. A lot of bread and starchy foods. Get rid of those gradually. Cut those out of your diet. Just don't eat them. You're saving money too and calories. Also, just eliminate your common sense. Eliminate the frozen foods and all that. Unless it's frozen fruits and vegetables, that's all right. But get rid of all your frozen foods and stuff, and then replace it with whole foods. Because when you eat whole foods, you will be less hungry. Folks, what I'm doing now, I'm eating apples, I'm eating fresh mangoes. I'm not low carb at all. I didn't even cut out sugar, but I'm not having refined sugar. I'm having fruit sugar, which is different. And there's a difference in the way that the body processes different sugars. So your refined sugar, your cookies, your cakes, your pies, your bagels, and all those things, will be processed differently than fruit. So have all the fruit you want. Well, not all the fruit you want. You'll be in the bathroom a lot, but have fruit. Have bananas. Have mangoes. I eat those, and this is another step, folks. Salads are your friend. Salads have been demonized lately as being fattening. Who came up with that? Salads are not fattening. You're getting a lot of good food in there. Now, the dressing could add calories, yes, but I've said it a million times before, folks. An 800 calorie salad is different than 800 calories of French fries from McDonald's. It's a very different animal. So have lots of salads. I've been having salads galore, and in my salads are kale and spinach and broccoli, lots of vegetables, plus proteins. I add my proteins like my chicken, my steak, my tuna, and sweet potato even. Sweet potato is sort of a lower carb. It's not as bad as other donuts. No, other potatoes. I would have sweet potatoes, and they're pretty good, folks. And a lot of vitamin B. So do that. And then that will make you so full. When I have these big salads that's full of fiber, I hardly want to eat anything else. It's a natural Ozempic. All of a sudden, it kills my appetite. Um, but what I found, folks, is that the longer I've gone without cookies and stuff, the less I want them. I don't even miss cookies much anymore. Now, when I was trying to do it the hard way, I was trying to fit in all my junk food into my diet. You simply cannot do it. It will not work. So just forget it. You can't have the junk food. Now, I allow for ice cream. That's it. Pick one thing you love and just have that's your treat, okay? That will work, but you can't have cookies, you can't have donuts, you can't have brownies, you can't have crackers, chips, all those things because what they do is they make you hungry and you want more. So, when you're eliminating these trigger foods, your brain will switch on your Ozempic. Now, it's not going to be like it's not like Ozempic where you can't eat anything. You'll have a normal appetite. When I eat a meal now, I'm full. I don't want to eat seconds. I don't want thirds. I don't want fourths. I'm very full after a meal, and it's all because I've learned how to switch my brain onto my non-obese brain. This is very difficult. It takes a lot of work, but if you start by repenting of gluttony and doing that, it'll come easy. Now, another thing, folks, I recommend is an apple cider vinegar drink that I'd have in the evenings before bed. So I take 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, mix it with lemon and water and cinnamon, and that's sort of a detox for me at the end of the day. So that's a very good thing to do as well. You can try your apple cider vinegar drink, which will help. So other things I've done, folks, I kind of limit my dairy, but I don't. I have yogurt. I love Greek yogurt topped with fruit. So for breakfast, have a non-fat Greek yogurt with fruit. It's very good, and you won't be hungry. Try eggs. Now, I like to fry my eggs, but you can also boil your eggs, boil them. And I also love blue cheese dressing. That's one of my favorites, go-tos. Now, blue cheese dressing has fat in it, but it isn't like, okay, I don't recommend going overboard, but if you like a little blue cheese dressing, put it on your steak, put it on your tuna, your chicken. It will taste, oh, it's delicious. But these salads, these big salads that I've been eating are really the base of my food intake for the day, and they're loaded with vegetables and proteins. And so you don't even have to think about it. The more you do this, folks, the easier it will get. Before you know it, your cravings will diminish. Your hunger will diminish. You won't be wanting to snack. Now, and you won't. That snacking is what kills you. But once you get rid of all that, and you'll just eat more intuitively, but you'll know when you're full and when to stop. So I hope this is helpful for y'all because I think that we have a natural Ozempic in our brains that we can cut on, and when we do that, we will eliminate a lot of our problems with overeating. And I think that that's very beneficial. And aside from this, folks, you should keep a journal of your emotions. I know some people say that's a bit sissified, but I'm very progressive that way, folks, and I'm into the Carl Jungian theory. I don't believe it's all the cause of the mother, but because he rejected that too. But I think it's good to keep track of your emotions and know what your triggers are. And let's be honest, folks, if you really want to lose weight, and you know that some foods you can't eat without overeating them, simply eliminate them from your diet. I know we're told that everything in moderation, all that, but it doesn't work for everybody. And if you know that a food is bad for you, then why allow it into your life? Why walk down the street of the prostitute if you know that this food is like a prostitute waiting for you on a Saturday night? Then eliminate that and it will work. Now, let's get down to my final thoughts on this, folks. Food is a lot like the Beatles. It's overrated. Okay? A lot of food is overrated. You don't need food a lot, okay? So if you think of food as overrated, it's a chore to eat, it's boring, it's a task, then going eating will be a lot easier for you and say, oh, I have to eat now. Oh boy. I don't want to eat. I want to do something else. That's what I tell myself all the time. And there's another way to look at it too. Always tell yourself, I'm overeating. When you're in the midst of eating your food and you're enjoying it like there's no tomorrow, you tell yourself, I'm overeating. I got to stop. I got to put the fork down because this will get you into the habit of eating normal. Because if you're like an obese person who's always overeating their entire lives, then you're not going to know how to handle food, okay? So I just want to make this clear for y'all. I hope this has helped you in some sort of way. And you have a natural Ozempic up here. You don't need to do Ozempic. You have a natural Ozempic in your brain, and switch it on and you'll see a big difference in how you eat. Thank you all for watching. Go to my website at meanscoutsplace.com, and remember folks, say a prayer for someone special today. Bye-bye.